Could you be entitled to money after the sale of your home at a foreclosure sale? The answer could be yes. Hi, my name is Jason Walls, surplus funds attorney based here in North Carolina. And I want to speak with you just very briefly about what is surplus funds. So if you have a home that has been sold at a foreclosure sale, whether that was a mortgage foreclosure sale, whether that was perhaps sold in a tax sale, you may be entitled to funds that were generated after the sale of that property. So I'm going to take a few moments and I'm going to illustrate this on the board to talk a little bit about what is surplus funds. So let's say you own a home. And unfortunately, your home was sold at a sale, whether that was a tax sale or whether that perhaps was a foreclosure sale. And let's assume, for the sake of our illustration today, that the amount that you owed on that home, and I'm going to talk maybe just specifically about mortgage foreclosure. Sometimes that's a little bit easier to understand. So let's assume that your mortgage on that property, the amount that you owed that was ultimately foreclosed upon, let's assume that that was $50,000. And what happens is once that home enters into a foreclosure sale process, it's highly likely that the home is going to go through something that we call an upset bid. And that's where a third party is basically bidding up the cost or the price to purchase your home. So let's assume that your home, the amount that was foreclosed on, the amount that you owed was $50,000, and the property actually sold for $100,000. So very quickly, doing some very rough math, we know that $100,000 is $50,000 greater than 50. So that leaves us an additional $50,000. This is what we would call the surplus. And so under state law, you as the former property owner have the right to potentially petition the court and ask that this $50,000 be refunded back to you. Now, a little bit of a caveat. Different states are going to handle that process differently. I'm based here in North Carolina, so I want to talk very specifically about North Carolina. So the $50,000 surplus, for you as the former property owner to get that money back, you're going to have to go through a court proceeding. That's going to require you to have a hearing. It's going to require certain evidence be produced. So you're going to want to show the court that ultimately this $50,000 should come back to you. So we get a lot of phone calls from people throughout not only North Carolina, but the country, wanting to know whether they have a claim for surplus funds. That is going to be very much dependent upon the state. It's also going to be dependent upon the facts that we're dealing with, but the answer to that could be yes. So if you have lost your home in a foreclosure sale and you think that you may be entitled to these extra, or what we call surplus funds, I'm going to recommend that you click on the link below, find out some more information about the process, and we'd love to have that conversation with you. Thanks so much, and we'll look forward to seeing you on our next video.